Once again, you already know what it is, and you already know where you have reached the number one collaborative professional wrestling podcast anywhere in the world. This is Clash of the Podcast, presented by Conrad Cushman of Everything Pro Wrestling and myself, Sean Hubbard of Hubbard Wrestling Weekly Combat Sports, man. And we're really fired up for this week's episode. We're on the doorstep of Double or Nothing. We're on the doorstep of Battleground. We're on the doorstep of Saturday night's main event. A whole lot of stuff going on. So we will not delay the proceedings. Conrad's ready. I'm ready. I'm sure you guys are ready. Let's do it, Conrad. My friend, drop that thing.
Welcome, everyone. Sorry for my delayedness there. When there's a lot of media, apparently, it's going to take a second to scroll. StreamYard, prices you charge, I'm going to need better, all right? I'm going to need a lot better. What's going on, Sean, man?
Feeling good, man. You know, family's good. You know what I'm saying? Grinding it out. And my New York Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years. So I'm hoping that, you know, what I feel in my spirit, which is that the Knicks are the team of destiny in 2025, comes to fruition. We were able to topple the evil empire known as the Boston Celtics. You know, and I'm hoping that, you know, there will be no tougher opponent on our road to a championship. I believe the Indiana series will be a dogfight, but I think we will come out victorious. And I'm actually kind of hoping that it's Minnesota who emerges from the West, as I think Oklahoma City might be too big of a hill to climb. But I'm hopeful, man. It's feeling pretty good right now.
I don't know. I see some holes in OKC. I think they beat Denver that last game based on young legs, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that was just I just thought, I was like, Joe Kid can't do it all, y'all. Y'all got to step up. You know, role players got to play the roles, and everything's got to line up, man. But hey, dub's a dub, winners win. Knicks move on. And Pacers they've been pretty good too, though. I've been watching them. They've kind of been sleeper games. So
yeah, it's not going to be easy to beat those Pacers, but I do think we're the better team, and I think that I think we could be on the verge of something really special. I mean, 52 years is a long time.
Listen, if it's Minnesota and the Knicks, I'm gonna just sit there happy, like, well, I don't care who wins. I'm happy either way.
That's what's up.
I win. Appreciate everybody who is joining us tonight. Thank you guys so much. Let's run down who is in here. Make sure you guys share the stream, like the stream, comment. I don't know what else you want to do. Make dinner and eat it while you're watching. Do whatever. All right. Just like it. That's all we need. Free publicity.
Yes.
Clown
yes.
in the house.
Tweezy, 1-3Z, 4-Tweezy in the building.
Saying afternoon, everyone. Appreciate you, Clown. Thank you so much. Sure. Ray Thompson's in the building saying happy Monday, guys. Hope everyone had a great weekend.
Beautiful family, as always.
He said he's got his Saturday night's main event predictions going with Cena, Jay, Drew, Braun, and Seth.
That sounds pretty solid, my guy.
And then he comes in with his double or nothing predictions of Ospreay, Monet, Ricochet, Storm, FTR, and Moxley's Goons.
I could dig that.
Respect.
The only Vinny we like. The only Vinny we like says happy Monday, y'all. God bless. As always. God bless you too, Vinny. He says gonna see how many passes I could pick off at flag football tonight. I predict you're gonna have 3, including 1 pick 6.
I was gonna go with 3.
There you go. Great minds.
Quilly. Sir Quills. He says, what up, Conrad, Sean, chat, your boy. Sir Quills is back again to enjoy my 2 favorite bros, CJ and Hubs, for episode 142 of the best wrestling podcast out today, Clash of the By God podcast, hashtag EPW, hashtag HWW. And I'll let Sean take over this one.
Quills goes on to say AEW Double or Nothing is going to be lit. Saturday night's main event is going to be the complete opposite of that. While NXT Battleground, besides Stephanie Vicker and Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry, Trick Williams to be determined. I can dig it, man.
Respect. And yeah, we're gonna get into some of the other shows. We're talking NXT tonight too. XG Dub, what's good, man?
X Jizzle, what up, though?
James from the Pro Wrestling Shoot, our good friends at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. They go live on Tuesdays, and they've been live on Thursdays on Twitch with their Creator Wrestler stream. Sean, you may have to jump in that, man. Creator Wrestler, and they import it and they play out some matches and give some commentary with it.
Sounds dope.
Lots of fun, man. Support BDK, Big Daddy Kush. All right. Be out there. He said, if maybe, just maybe, Minnesota wins the NBA title, Triple H will consider them for a WrestleMania. Just get that Uber issue fixed.
But one thing that we know for sure is Triple H is going to give him that stupid belt with whoever the logo is on the side because he's a freaking peddling moron.
It's a wolf. It's a wolf, guys.
Son of a gun. M. Leezy Fo Sheezy. Hello, good evening, everyone. Hope you had a good weekend. And let's kick off the wrestling-packed week with the two aces of our pro wrestling community. And let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks indeed, my friend.
Yo, that's a fact, Jack. Loving it, man. I love the chaos that the Knicks are bringing right now to the NBA. It's been years. He said, legit, there's pro wrestling in some form every day this week. WWE, TNA, AEW, NXT, and Indies going on. There's no reason. I shouldn't be hearing too much complaining this week. You should be enjoying whatever show you like. If you can't find it, you can't be the problem.
That's exciting for sure.
Yeah. McKinney's in the house. What's good, bro? He said, yo, I'm here to talk wrestling with the Fire live chat and my favorite wrestling duo Clash of the podcast. And to let y'all know, you can only look at the menu. I know what it tastes like. Montez Ford. Hey.
I could dig that.
Miracle, what's good, brother? Welcome. Appreciate you.
I'm searching for a miracle. Believe the impossible.
You know Sean's gonna sing.
Yep.
Anarchy in the Arena is gonna be bonkers. Yeah, we still don't know how many people are in it. I don't even have a graphic for it. That's how crazy it is. Joel, hey guys, happy Monday.
Welcome, Joel. We appreciate you, man.
Welcome, brother. Matt Lopez says, when the Knicks win, the New Yorkers lock your doors.
You know, M. Leezy is really, really correct because as much as I would be overjoyed with the Knicks championship, if they win, I am not going outside.
I want to know how that brother got on top in flip-flops on top of that billboard. Like, did you see that? I was like, how did you get up there?
I did notice that, but I will say this. It's always easier going up than it is coming down.
All right. I got questions. If you were going to say, yeah, I've done it before or something, I was going to say, I got questions for you.
When I was younger, I used to climb trees, but not billboards because I'm not a freaking moron.
Welcome to New York. Minnesota got a break with Steph Curry. Listen. A lot of teams got breaks with the injuries. You got to play. That's it. It's a team sport. You got to step up when it's time. I hear you, though. Sean, feels like the 90s again.
Sure does, man. Sure does.
If I start going to practice with my John Starks jersey on again, I'll really feel it. I wish I had them knees still. Doug, another Monday, another clash. Watching on the PC tonight on the big screen. Conrad, Sean, chat, teach me. I love it.
What up, though?
My guy, Derek. Sean's guy, Derek. Our guy, Derek.
My guy, Derek. Indeed, always a pleasure, my friend.
I'm going with Osprey and Hater for the win. Jocelyn, we got a Pacers fan in the house.
I'm not mad at Jocelyn, though. She's been consistent.
Yeah. It may be a regional thing, but starting next month, AEW will be charging to watch live shows on the Max app. What do you mean by... Did you see this?
No, I did not.
I have no concept of this. Someone bring me an article. Someone tell me where I can see this. What are we saying here?
If that's the case, that's a big mistake.
For sure. Sorry. I'll get a little closer, Joel. Better. Better. I did turn my volume down recently for my mic. I'll turn it up a little. Let me see here. See, Sean is more clear and loud. Respect. People, I'm just trying to see. Sean, Triple H will give you a belt regardless of your city.
Yeah, because he's a pandering moron. We know he's a pandering. Like, and to use the words that I use on Hubbard Wrestling Weekly, he's being a slut.
Every Friday, not the S word, but every Friday, Hubbard Wrestling Weekly is live before Smackdown. Check it out.
I don't know, man. You look up the definition of that word and you tell me what they're doing.
Doing what they got to do, I guess.
Well, that's what those say, bro. Yeah. That's what those say.
Yeah, I mean,
doing what I gotta do. Like, yeah, well, you could also do something else, but that's what you do when you're one of those. And Triple H is clearly one of those.
I'll let you guys elaborate on what you think Sean means. But Kitty says NXT always puts on, especially takeovers. Takeovers are usually good. I can't front. I'm looking to see if I've missed anyone. Eric Douglas, welcome. If Hayter loses, where do you see her going next? Getting in line, I guess, to try to figure out how to build herself back up.
Sounds pretty right to me.
0-7 in Game 7s. Ouch.
Who's 0-7 in Game 7s?
Is he talking about the Maple Leafs?
I guess. Oh, the Maple Leafs. Okay.
Yeah. I'm behind on hockey. I don't even know who's in right now, truthfully. You get a belt unless you're from Jacksonville. I still wonder what will happen that day if that ever happens. Well, that would be the funniest day in history.
Well, in 2098,
I'll send Tony down to get it.
Yeah, well, and in 2098, when I'm in heaven looking down, I'll see what happens because that ain't happening no time soon.
Mark Brunell is angry with you for even saying something like that.
I'm telling the truth. Jacksonville ain't winning no daggone championship.
I think they could get good quick. They do this. They do like we're really good, and then they go right back down. We're really good.
They don't do we're really good, and then they do we're okay, and then we suck. We're okay, and then we suck. Oh, maybe we're more than just okay. No, we're not. Because
listen, bro, I'm from Buffalo. I don't have a lot of room to talk about people.
Hey, listen, you guys are in it every year.
Now, you want me to tell you what high school was like? JP Losman, let's get it. Delayed grats. Why would you pay to watch a live AEW show when you could just purchase HBO Max or Triller monthly for less? Good point, if that's also the case.
Touche.
Quill says, here's an idea. Actually have some integrity for the business. Well, we haven't said this one in a long time.
What a revolutionary idea.
It's on sale at Sean's shop as well.
Threadless. Holla at me. Jocelyn has one of our revolutionary ideas. I gotta get Jocelyn to post that on Twitter for me.
Yeah, for sure. If you're ever rocking the shirt out in public, man, throw it up, man. I'll give you a retweet. Tag me. Who's gonna? Here we go with who's gonna climb Mount Everest next. I've been saying for months Eddie Kingston is the logical end to the mock story. Now the man who injured Eddie has aligned with him. Could be. Let's kick things off first here with some well wishes for Jim Ross, someone who I consider to be one of the greatest announcers in professional wrestling history. I feel like Jim Ross can't catch a break, man. You just can't. All Elite Wrestling joining fans around the world, sending love and support to Jim Ross as he battles colon cancer. JR is a valued member of the AEW family, and we stand beside him during his journey toward recovery. I thought that was nice of them to put that out, and yeah, man, prayers up to JR.
Yeah, all I can say is God bless, Godspeed to the OG, man. That's a tough thing.
Yeah. Just sucks, man. He's just been dealing with so much. It's just rough. Prayers up to JR. Let's start off with some AEW, sir.
I'm here with you, brother.
I don't know what match we should talk about first here. Let's talk about this anarchy in the arena. Jon Moxley, this is going to be kind of what the big match of the night is, one of them at least. They are going to be going in, bro. You got Swerve in this mix, Kenny Omega. I'm trying to think the Bucks on the other side. You've got the Death Riders. You got Marina Shafir. Willow Nightingale is going to be on the other side. There is lots of potential for chaos. I mean, that's what this is. This match is a basically a dedication to the Memphis brawls that we used to see back in the old days that started basically hardcore wrestling in North America. That's what this is. They're going to just go crazy, do whatever. They're going to be battling all over the place, music blasting, people getting hit with trash cans, craziness. I usually have fun with this match. I really can't complain too much. It's hard to screw this up, you know?
I mean, they've made some conscious decisions that have been very smart, changing it to Anarchy in the Arena. Previously, it was Stadium Stampede. So I'm happy that they've made that change. Any match that with the big homie Swerve Strickland is must see. So we'll see how it plays out, man. I'm excited about the possibilities of where this match can go, considering the participants. I think the Death Riders are played out. I've said that before. Maybe this will be their demise. I'm certainly hoping so. But I don't think, but at the same time, I wouldn't bank on it.
I think the earliest we'll see the demise is All In. And even then, I hope they don't pull any funny stuff and try to like hold out until that next Seattle show, Wrestle Dream or nothing like that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Just get this over with. Yeah, did anyone else think Swerve hurt himself like Cope did with that stomp from the cage? No, I think that was super safe how they did it. I think you're crazy because someone might catch a boot, but
I thought it was a sound performance as it relates to safety precaution.
Yeah. I feel like the Elite and BCC are always involved in these, but I will say having Swerve and the women, and it has me a little more interested in it, for sure. For sure. And you can mix it up. Osprey versus Hangman is going to be worth buying the pay-per-view alone. Yeah, this show's got some like low-key bangers. I don't know if people are really paying attention, but that's what we're here for, to run them down for you. Let's start with the Women's Championship match, Sean. We have timeless Toni Storm defending her Women's Championship against Mina Shirakawa. She came out. She had new music. She won the match. She had her old music back because Tony Khan saw people online, and now they're trying to cook them for that. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Your fans complained about something, and then you changed it. Why? I didn't get it, but Mina's in this match. Do you have any hopes for maybe a Mariah May return? Or I feel like that's going to be on ice until she decides to sign. I think Tony's not going to bring her back, but maybe she signs and she shows up in this. She does have a place in this with both of these women.
Yeah, I think that's a sound assessment on your part, because there's no way I think they're going to bring Mariah May out in such a prominent situation if she's not signed back to the company. With that being said, I think that there's really no way conceivable in my mind that Toni Storm does not walk out still the AEW Women's Champion. I don't think that's even on the table until July. That's where I'm at with it.
Same. Tony's definitely the right. The Megan Bain one, you had a chance to do something there, but they held off, which I think was the right call as well. I'm interested to see where Toni Storm goes, and she has a match that has implications for her championship match at All In on this card as well. So me and you will both agree Toni Storm is our pick. Chris Gamma, did you guys watch AEW on Max or TBS? I watch it on Max personally every week.
I watch it on TBS.
There we go. Matt says, I hope Anarchy in the Arena they play Gangster's Paradise. They're in, where are they? Arizona? I don't know. Maybe. I could even see some New Jack. Yeah, see, there you go. See some New Jack getting played. Tony shouldn't have taken the pin in that match. McKinney, that was the point of the match, though. It was an eliminator to crown a new number one contender quickly.
Yeah.
She had been winning them, so everyone went in like, oh, she's going to win again, obviously. And then when she didn't, gotcha. See a lot of people saying that. Do you think since Darby already finished Everest, they decide not to take the title off Mox at All In? I don't think so. Listen, Darby still got to climb down the mountain, y'all. I hope people realize that.
I'm not sure what our friend Ray is insinuating, which is what I think he's insinuating, that Darby's going to eventually win the championship. I pray that's not the case. I've never thought Darby was world championship material. So I understand what Ray's getting at. I just hope it's not the case.
You don't view him like Jeff Hardy, kind of? I think people want to see him as the champion. You just have to do it at the right moment and strike when the time is right, in my opinion. I think you can. I was gonna say, just not for a long-term run, like the Jeff Hardy runs, a month, a couple, like 2 months, maybe.
Darby Allin couldn't lace prime Jeff Hardy's boots. As it relates to charisma, I think he's devoid of charisma, and I think he's devoid of realistic championship aspiration.
I think he's one of the most people I see people dress up like in the crowd. I don't know.
I get it. I get it. I'm not hating. I mean, if he does, he does. I'm just saying, like, I mean, there's been times where he's closed pay-per-views, closed shows, and he's driving up in cars, running people over, riding down with the skateboard. I'm not impressed.
Wow. Let me see here.
I'm just keeping it a stack, man. Like, I mean, I think he's a very good wrestler. I just don't think he's a world champion.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
He can prove me wrong, though. I mean, maybe he can prove me wrong. Not that my opinion means anything to him, but hey.
Yeah, I think he's done probably just as much crazy stuff as Jeff has done, too. In all honesty, like, I think in the glass spot, some of it, a coffin drop on a wheelbarrow. Like, what are you doing, bro?
You hurt, but if you're saying that he's someone who is a risk taker, yeah, I respect that. But risk taking doesn't automatically translate into world championships.
No, I just think his character is super over at times. Like, he's the only person who I feel like he doesn't really fluctuate. He's always staying in that upper mid card, and I think you can squeeze him in.
Probably where he's going to stay.
We'll see. Speaking of people fluctuating, we got Mark Briscoe taking on Ricochet in a stretcher match. First time we've seen one of these. I'm not sure what the rules will be for this. I don't know if it's going to be the whole push them across the line or if it's load them up in the ambulance. I don't know what this is going to be. But I am quite interested in this one. Mark Briscoe usually delivers good matches, and Ricochet, man, he's been
1 second. Yep. Keep going. Yep.
Yeah, he's been viewed as someone who's been causing a lot of trouble online. And yeah, I don't see what the big deal is with some of the Ricochet stuff. I don't know. I think people just get everything into a bunch when it comes to this guy. At the end of the day, let me say this. I personally think he's trolling. And if he's trolling and you take the bait, you fell for it. You have put yourself in the midst of Ricochet's world and all the stuff that he's trying to do. And Ricochet's character is he's supposed to be a nerd. Like, he's supposed to be the guy who isn't there. In reality, if you ask me, Ricochet should be in the elite. And I feel like if you flip it and go the other way with it, not only should Ricochet be in the elite, but I think Jack Perry, I say put Jack Perry in the Death Riders group. I think he fits better in there. That's just my opinion, though. That's just me talking. You guys can let me know how you feel, but I think this is Ricochet's first big pay-per-view win. I don't think he's had any on pay-per-view. Someone remind me if I'm wrong, but I think this is where Ricochet gets it here. Going back to the comments here, Matt Lopez says, I think Darby deserves a world title run, maybe a short run, plus arguably he's one of the faces of AEW. I agree. I think he's super popular. Like, when you go look at some of the most popular YouTube videos, it's Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, many people like that. Darby is a people champ, not world title for long term. Yeah. I wouldn't trust Darby as champ. He'll hurt himself off TV doing stunts with the belt on. If you do it pay-per-view to pay-per-view champ, that's it. That's all. I mean, has Darby really been super injured, though? Honestly, for all the stuff he's done, I would say
he's gotten away with some very cautious things that he could have not walked away from, but he's been fortunate.
Mm-hmm. And you got to remember, he's worked in like film as like a director and stuff too. Mm-hmm. So I think he knows kind of like some of the stuff he's doing. You just got to know what you can do and what you can't do. Matt says this is the most Ricochet has been interesting like ever.
True, but not saying much.
Yeah, I said I think that we have a character, like I think we have a misclass of Ricochet, I think should be in the Elite, and I think Jack Perry should be with the Death Riders. I think they would fit better. Your thoughts, sir, on Mark Briscoe Ricochet? I said Ricochet's taking it.
Yeah, I think Ricochet has earned some momentum. I think this is kind of a match where he gets a big win on pay-per-view. I'm cool
He's
with it.
never won on pay-per-view, I don't think. I'm trying to
I think this is his moment. Do I think it leads to anything bigger? Probably not. But I mean, it could be the start of something. But I've always said Ricochet has a ceiling, and I just think he lacks charisma. And I know that you're very fond of this new character. To me, it's capital M, capital I, capital D.
I mean, listen, it got someone from NXT to comment and get all. I was like, you fell for the bait. You took the bait.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he wants you to do. And he was like, got him. And walked away from it. I don't know. I think it's working, man. People are getting upset. When here's how I know it's working, Sean. When my wrestling friends call me and they're like, I'm so sick of Ricochet doing this stuff online. I'm like, doing what? Being his character online? You're sick of that? And I think him, Paul Heyman. Now, look, at times, can we question what they're doing online? 100%. Like some of the stuff, you are being wild, my friend. But also in 2025, how do you be a heel, Sean? This might even be a question for you for Hubbard Wrestling Weekly. You can write this one down. Hit the keyboard. How can you be a heel in 2025? Like, it's tough because if you do something, that's too far. You can't do that. Okay, here, I'll be a white meat baby face. Oh, I don't like those guys either. Like, I don't want you kissing babies and hugging everybody. Well, what do you want then?
Whoa. Yeah, I feel you.
Send your mail to him, Cody.
I mean, I think what you're looking for is like you troll. In 2025, the way you become a super heel is to troll. That's cool. I mean, I just don't think the dude is interesting. Like I don't get excited when Ricochet's on the card.
Really, I like him a lot.
I don't feel that. I'm not feeling that dude, bro. I'm not feeling that dude at all.
I'm more impressed that he's able to do what he's done because he's never shown this side before. And McKinney, I had a great reply back to after they made the NXT wrestler delete his tweets afterwards. Oh man, if I was Ricochet, I'd have said one more thing, and they would have got mad. Oh, your papa made you delete him? All right, have a good one, bro. Don't talk to me no more. And I would have shown he's blocked. But to each their own, like I said. I
look at Ricochet the same way I look at WWE under the watch of Triple H. Just because you've been leveled up a slight bit does not mean that you're where you need to be. I mean, Ricochet was an F from a character standpoint. Now he's a C-. Are we celebrating C-? I'm not.
I think you're going way too low for that.
My kid brings home a C-. We're not going to Carvel to get an ice cream cone. We're not going to GameStop if he brings home a C-. Well, we're going to the kitchen table to study.
Chris Gamma says, did you guys see the main event from Collision? No, because the show cut off. Blame WBD for that. Perry should go back to Jungle Boy, LOL. I think it's been long enough and the fans may get behind him. I don't know. I think it's over for that. He was at his peak when he defeated Luchasaurus in that cage match. Maybe. I think the tag team was the peak. But then again, I don't know. Some people got behind that Jack Perry thing, maybe. No one saw the main event of Collision, technical difficulties on TBS's part. BJ, welcome. Says I'm late to the party, but glad to hear. Hope y'all are doing well. Also, I like Ricochet now the most I have since 2016 when the New Japan run was going on. Yeah. Sometimes I just feel bad for some people. I'm like, yo, when the dude did the flip moves, that's that. Oh, you're ruining wrestling. That's not good enough. Now this dude's doing this. Oh, that's not good enough. You're ruining wrestling.
Big shout out to BJ. Look, Ricochet is corny. Like, I don't know why we're having such difficulty acknowledging that. Like,
I think I see because that's the character. Like, he's Drake, bro. Like, that's what it's supposed to be.
Well, when you play, let me put it like this. When you play corny really well, maybe you're not playing.
Maybe he's not. Maybe he's tapped into it enough. But maybe he's like, I'm corny, and this is the best thing.
No,
I
maybe
can
he's
do.
a freaking dork. Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm just keeping it a stack, bro. Like, everybody's so used to me being so positive and let's get Ricochet's a dork.
We're talking wrestling right now, though, on a podcast. I mean, can't you say the same for us? Like, what are we saying here?
What are we saying? That I'm not a dork. I'm a sexy SOB. I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen,
I'm not a dork. I know. Listen. I believe at the end of the day, all jokes aside, Ricochet's a dork. Ricochet's always been a dork. He's just a little less of a dork now than he was in WWE. What are we going to celebrate that? Like I said, I don't celebrate C minuses over here.
I believe in the yin and the yang a little bit of life. If to you may think you're the coolest dude around, but I bet you there's someone who thinks, you know what I mean?
There's no question. Maybe I'm not cool to some people, but I really don't care. But that's not the point. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about.
But Ricochet probably doesn't care. You get what I'm saying? Like,
no, but Ricochet should care because that's his job.
But it's working though. Like, that's what I'm saying.
Who says it's working? You? You say it's working?
Yes, he's on the card. He's obviously getting the most social. The person said it. Oh, this is the most social media engagement you've ever gotten. You're welcome. He's doing something right. What is this? Do you guys want to watch the main event? No, I'm done. AEW had enough time to try to, or whoever it was, WBD had enough time to try to get that up. I'm over it. Speaking of that, spoiler alert, if you didn't see Collision, Hurt Syndicate taking on the Sons of Texas for the tag team titles. I don't know. How'd you feel about this when they came out? Like, you see Dustin and Sammy. Sammy hasn't been around too much. What do you think, Sean?
I don't think you should just pluck people out of Ring of Honor to automatically get World Tag Team title shots. I mean, I'm cool with it, but see, to me, this is kind of like an enhancement match. Like, there's no question Hurt Business is going to come out victorious. They're going to be dominant in their victory. And the only thing that we could possibly hope to see is that we have more interaction between the Hurt Business and Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Other than that, I'm not interested in this. See, this card has been very disappointing in the way it's been put together, in my opinion. I'm not excited about this pay-per-view in any way, shape, or form. And it's matches like this that have caused me to lose excitement as it relates to Saturday night, or Sunday afternoon. I'm not feeling it. So this match is going to be a little bit of a disappointment for me because it's very predictable. I know you're cool with predictability at times. To me, a World Tag Team title match on the one of the premier shows of AEW's yearly lineup, to me, it's just, I mean, it's a letdown. I don't think the Sons of Texas belong in a World Tag Team title match on Double or Nothing.
I think this is the overall tag team division problem. I think what happened was you had three teams that you constantly wanted to put the belts on, which were the Young Bucks, FTR, and the Acclaimed. Nothing wrong with that. Each of them had their time, and I thought they had pretty good runs. The issue was that you missed the boat with some teams that maybe you could have did something with. I don't know. People would have been like, yeah, put the tag titles on the Best Friends, or, more Lucha Bros, all that stuff. And they got to run with the belt. So did SCU. There was a lot of things they did with them, right? But you get to the point where, okay, well, we've seen the Bucks with it multiple times. We've seen FTR with it multiple times, and we've seen the Acclaim with it. And we're turning on them too. So you have to give it a break. Hurt Syndicate got over, but you have to rebuild the tag division in a serious way. And I think what Sean said is true. Like, that's a major, major problem. You can't just start getting people and putting them into the spots. Develop real tag teams. And to me, if you're on the AEW roster and you don't got nothing going on, the tag division is your oyster. Look at what Swerve did with Keith Lee. Like, that's how I'm thinking. Like, if you have nothing going on, I need to get a tag partner. This division's wide open for the taking. Like, they are asking someone to basically come in there and do something. You know what I'm saying? What up, MJB? That's how I feel.
And I respect your opinion. Like, honestly, there's going to be some people like BJ, who, by the way, is being very respectful. I appreciate that. In disagreeing. And then there's going to be people like M. Leezy who agree with me completely. I mean, to me, I think that AEW has been better on weekly television, but I think this pay-per-view card leaves a lot to be desired.
Let me see. It's very opposite when I'm on polar opposite end vibes with Sean, but I thought I have minutes. Wait, I have thought minutes, WBD thing. AEW's been on a roll with all their stories and shows getting back in their stride. There is something to the numbers if you're looking at like sales, viewership. They're like climbing back up again. If for those like who look at the metrics. Once again, nerd. But I see it. I'm like, okay, interesting. Matt says, I agree with Sean. For the build pay-per-view hasn't been good, mostly around the Owen finals, but I'm still excited to watch this show. Yeah, see, I feel like Matt's like right in between both of us. Like, I don't hate the show. I think there's things that they could have done better. Like we said, tag match. Yeah, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I think we're obviously both saying Hurt Syndicate. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't surprise me though. I think some MJF stuff might go down even at the contract signing. I don't think it's gonna happen just yet. But I think that might be MJF's all-in match here is something with the Hurt Syndicate.
Well, Hurt Syndicate definitely is victorious to answer your question.
You know what? You're not on the show on Wednesday. Cedric Alexander, does he end up joining? What's the play here with this MJF thing? Like, I don't want people to get mad if what they think is going to happen doesn't happen, but I want to hear thoughts. Like, what is the move here with this? Because I have nothing. I don't have anything where I'm like
MJF joins and turns on Hurt Syndicate in very MJF type fashion.
But you're getting beat up by these dudes eventually. You know what I mean? MJF's not escaping this then. He's got to have people with him. But who?
100. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, MJF doesn't have friends, which makes it more interesting that we might see him actually have friends. So we have to wait and see how it plays out.
I'm interested. So yeah, and I hope Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes get a good match. Should they be on All In as part of Ring of Honor? I think Dustin should be. I think Dustin deserves some type of match on there, even if it's for the Ring of Honor title.
And I think you're a very nice person.
What else is going on in Ring of Honor? Truthfully,
not much. That's the point.
But how do you build it up?
You don't put them on a marquee pay-per-view. You put them on a Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Well, there is one happening that weekend as well, right?
Yeah. So I mean, I don't understand. They have no business being on the show. I mean, like, I know it sounds very harsh of me to say. I know people are, Sean, what's wrong with you? I'm keeping it a stat. The Sons of Texas do not belong on Double or Nothing.
It's all hope lost for Sammy Guevara. I know I'm asking.
Yes. Right now. That ship has sailed. Bye-bye. Down the river. See you. Wouldn't want to be you. Might as well go and join NXT like everybody else.
Right. McKinney says, I'm not a full-time watcher of AEW, but I'm only interested in the Owen Hart tournament matches. On a side note, I'm praying for whoever comes up with this JC Mateo. Man, don't get me started, because that's where I'm going to start saying stuff. I think Cedric jumps MJF before he signs. That'd be interesting, though, right before. Smart Mark takes too long looking over the contract, and Cedric comes out. Pinnacle versus Hurt Syndicate at All In. Okay. Let's see here. McKinney says MJF goes to sign the contract, but MVP stalls him out as Cedric Alexander shows up behind MJF. Lumbar check. I love that move. Cedric signs the contract, and the excuse is, why are you putting lawyers in his business? Could be. Honestly, I think Smart Mark Sterling's also someone very underrated that they don't give enough screen time to.
Touche.
Let's keep it moving. We got another tag match. This one I think could be interesting as well, but I think FTR been on fire, honestly. I know some people are acting like they're not feeling the storyline. I think they've been great heels. Like, they remind me of old school WCW Saturday morning type heels, like just pushing around Tony Schiavone. Nigel's got to stick up for him. Daniel Garcia, even though I have a weird feeling about this too. I don't know. But FTR obviously is taking this, in my opinion. You just got Stokely. You got to be a formidable force.
FTR has been absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I am thrilled with their progress and their evolution as a tag team in recent months. I'm fired up to see this match. I think that there's always a chance that McGuinness might do something heelish. But
never.
Yeah, I love FTR. I think FTR is on a roll. I think they're the next World Tag Team Champions.
That it depends on how this thing goes. Because if you could turn the Hurt Syndicate faces, I could see it. If you could make that flip happen. But I think you got to hold off on this for as long as you can, too, just so that you're not going back to the same well too many times. But they haven't been champs in what, 2 years now? It's actually been a while.
It's been a minute.
Like things, but I remember the Bucks and the whole Jack Perry thing like it was yesterday, though. So you're like, yeah, didn't that just happen? No, it's been a while.
I mean, pandemic time, if you ask me.
No, it was after that. They were at was it Dynasty?
Okay.
In that ladder match. So it wasn't too long ago, but it was long enough. Daniel Garcia, I wonder where they go with him too. I don't know.
I think he's kind of a ship without a sail right now too. Since losing the TNT belt, I kind of feel like he's kind of flailing a little bit. I like the storyline as far as his tag match is concerned, but the problem with storylines like this, after the match concludes, it doesn't continue. Like, this is going to lead. This is a stepping stone for FTR. They will be victorious.
Right.
To me, you want to talk about old school. Let's talk about old school. Like, to me, the team that obviously FTR reminds me of the most of the Brainbusters back in the late 80s, right? The Brainbusters faced Tito Santana and Rick Dorado Martel at WrestleMania 5. They were the former World Tag Team Champions, right? That was used as a stepping stone. 3 months later, they're the World Tag Team Champions. That's what this match is going to be like. FTR is going to come out. They're gonna have a good match, an athletic match with Nigel and Garcia, and then they're going to come out on top and they're going to move onward and upward. This is not going to be a storyline evolution regarding these people. So, again, another match. See, to me, another match, just like Hurt Business and the Sons of Texas, another match that's going to lead to nothing. Another match is going to be seemingly pointless as it relates to the progression of AEW storylines.
Well, no, I think it goes one of two ways. I think FTR, either Garcia joins them or FTR is going with MJF. But if they go, that's going to make it interesting, because if FTR goes with MJ or the other way, like if Garcia joins them, then I'm like, okay, what do you have planned for MJF? Because usually he's in something big. So
right.
I think it makes things slightly interesting. And honestly, I would like for them to give these managers stables again. Like you said, the Heenan family. Like, let Stokely manage a bunch of people. Here's what you don't do, though, Tony Khan, because you did this before. Do not put 3 tag teams with him. We don't need that. I need a tag team. This is my lady. This is my singles, like for each division. And now, okay, we're trying to take over. And will they take over all at once? Probably not. But you get what I'm saying. Like, you're there. You're in there. Let me see here. McKinney said corny. Everything FTR's been doing since the Cope stuff has been corny. Wow, I'm shocked by that. I've enjoyed it. What's going on, King? He said he's got Cody Rhodes for Money in the Bank. Garcia joining FTR. Conrad, what are you smoking? McKinney and I might want some. What do you mean? It's right there. It's right. Nigel, you should have tagged up with me when I first asked you to. Boom, kicks him right down like garbage. I should have listened to Stokely a long time ago. He came to me too. Boom, it's over. GG. Dunzo. We got the finals of the Owen Hart Foundation on the women's side. Mercedes Moné, she's only got 3 belts now, taking on Jamie Hayter. This is a tough one to call, Sean. I think you could go either way. I'm going to stick with my original pick from the beginning. I think Jamie Hayter wins. Why have one big marquee matchup when you could have 2?
Jamie Hayter wins, which is going to lead to an AEW TBS title match down the road.
Well, if Hayter wins, she's going up against Toni Storm.
I understand that, but I think it's still going to that title shot can come down the road. But I think that it would still lead to a rematch, which Mercedes would win. I think it's going to lead to a TBS title match, which Mercedes would win. But the bottom line is, I think that Hayter's going to win at the pay-per-view. I mean, I want Mercedes to win because I feel like Mercedes should be the AEW Women's Champion, but it seems like they're going a different route. I mean, I think Hayter's going to win just because I don't like the decisions that AEW's been making lately. If they were doing the right thing, they would just have Monet win. It would be a AEW World Title match, a marquee match, a co-main event match with Tony Storm at All In. That's the logic. That's the smart thing to do.
I don't know though.
I have a great deal of trepidation. I have a great deal of trepidation as it relates to my prediction to this match, because this is definitely going against.
By the way, you know we're
the
minority in this, right?
Absolutely.
Everyone thinks Monet's winning this.
She should. She should. I just have a sneaking feeling. This is me making a prediction about what I think, not what I believe to be right. Unfortunately, I think we're going to see Mercedes Moné lose this match. I don't think it's the right thing. I hope I'm wrong. I vehemently hope I'm wrong. But I think Hayter's going to come out with some kind of like roll up small package victory.
Yeah, Miracle says Jamie's not winning.
I mean, I hope you're right.
McKinney said, my guy Doug, cut it out. Laugh out loud. I enjoyed it personally. I don't know which part he's referring to. Monet losing one belt, losing her to lose all of her belts. I mean, if you do the match with Tony Storm, then I think it's got to be for all the gold. But are you unifying a belt? Like, what are we doing here then? It's Texas too. I mean, I wonder if they're going to try to get Athena on this card. Like, that's her home state. I think people are going to go crazy for her. I'm sure she's going to main event the Ring of Honor show too. Lots of questions here for it. I'm interested.
The problem is there's more questions than answers.
And well, that's a good thing too with this sometimes. Like, it's more appreciated. I know predictability is not bad, but also it's fun when you don't know what's going to happen here. There's a story with Jamie Hayter. I hope people all remember this. They probably have forgotten because it's been so long. When Jamie Hayter had to leave out because of an injury, who took her spot? Tony Storm. Who pile drove her after she was already injured and beat up? Tony Storm. Maybe she never forgot that.
Maybe.
There's a story there. I'm just saying you could fill in a lot of the blanks. Like, you made me lose 2 years of my career because of what you and your friends did, and you could play into that a lot. Let's get into the last match here that we're going to talk about. Will Ospreay taking on Hangman Adam Page. Winner will be facing the AEW World Champion at All In. This is another one, Sean. You could go either way with this. And I think there's stories to spin into, especially for Hangman afterwards. But who do you like in this one? Who do you go with?
Adam Page. Hangman. I think the work that he's been doing lately has been phenomenal. I mean, one thing I never understood about pro wrestling is that why are they not nominated for like Cable Ace Awards or like Emmys? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's television.
They want to be.
Well, Hangman Adam Page would be my choice for an Emmy for the work he's done, between the work he did with Swerve, the back and forth with MJF, the back and forth with he's phenomenal. He's absolutely phenomenal. There's no way in my mind that I would ever think that me, being a black man with a very high social conscience, would ever like a guy that burned down a black man's house. But I am cool with Adam Page. I think he is absolutely great. He is absolutely great. I mean, he has to win this match. He has to win this match because he has been on fire lately. No pun intended.
I mean, also, Will Ospreay is waving the company flag, though. He did an interview this week. Saw a lot of people get mad about that, too. Well, when you make things personal with people during PR weeks for your biggest week of the year, I'm pretty sure that he would feel a certain kind of way about it. And yeah, he said, yeah, you guys got some good people over there, but we smoke y'all in every category. What's he supposed to say? Who's cutting the check here, dog? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm not mad, man. I'm taking Will Ospreay, though. Give me Will for the win, man. I think it's time. They've done the slow burn with Will, and I'm like, all right, we're getting close to. It's about that time, bro.
Let's slow burn. I see what you did there.
It's time. Sorry, Hangman. And like I said, I have a match in mind for Hangman if this doesn't work out at All In, which could be another big match. Which I think it could be Hangman and Swerve versus the Bucks. How you get there, it's going to take some time, but could be there. I don't know.
I'm not mad at it. There's nothing makes better friends than common enemies.
Or maybe they say, you know what, that don't work for me. I want them two to still keep fighting each other, and they go, Hangman's winning this. I'm
Good
looking
friends,
forward.
good friends, better enemies live on pay-per-view.
It's a deadly game. Not even the pay-per-view. MJP says, by the way, Sting will be in Pittsburgh, PA in December for a signing. Yeah, if you guys want to see Sting, man, make sure, man. Make sure you go see him now. Hangman definitely deserves an Emmy. Juggalo, welcome. Will is winning. It's his time. Let me see here. He's also not wrong. I think that was for you, Sean, when you were talking before. Hangman's haircut makes him look like a guy. Nah, Hangman don't get down like that if you follow him on social media. Him and his leaves as plants. We got Osprey. Thoughts on JCW Lunacy? I have not seen JCW in quite some time, El Juggalo. I am familiar with the promotion, though. I am familiar. Sean, I don't know if you've been Juggalo Championship.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. Champ, congratulations. BJ has taken his belt back. Thank you. I have Hangman and Swerve versus Bucks at All In. Yeah, I think that could be a possible match. But that does it for All In. We're going to switch gears over to the WWE side of things here. Sean, I brought this up for you so that we could talk SmackDown here first for a second. Right before this happened after Hubbard Wrestling Weekly went live with Hubbanomics.
Yeah,
talking about the presence of social media.
Yep. Part 2 coming this Friday.
But you wanted to touch on this.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that Tiffany Stratton turned the corner in this match. I was really impressed with the level of violence. I was really impressed with how WWE booked her to have hit her first ever prettiest moonsault ever and have someone kick out. I still don't get the infatuation as it relates to prominent spots that they have with Nia Jax. I don't see it, but I'm not a hater, so it is what it is. But I think that this was worthy of being a SmackDown main event. And I think both ladies delivered. Again, Tiffany Stratton turned a corner on Friday night, and I think that they should continue to build on that. And I'll say this: I think the match that she had with Nia Jax on SmackDown was better than the match she had with Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. So salute to both ladies. I want to see more. I believe that Tiffany Stratton is breaking out of her shell and showing the world that she can take it up to a new level of violence. That chair shot to Nia Jax's face was brutal, and it actually drew blood, which is definitely very atypical as it relates to a women's match. But I salute both of them. I thought they really held it down. I thought it was a really good match. And I'm open to Nia Jax proving me wrong. I still think she's dangerous in the ring. I thought the Annihilator that she put on Tiffany Stratton, Tiffany Stratton was trying to execute the power bomb, was dangerous. I think she's a little bit loosey-goosey in the ring. But at the same time, no one can deny the marketability of Nia Jax as it relates to her being a babyface assassin, aka a heel. But the star of the show was Tiffany Stratton. She came out and she showed the world why she is still the WWE Women's Champion.
Sean, we got some breaking news announced for Dynamite. The Bucks and Moxley will take on Samoa Joe, Hobbs, and Swerve.
Interesting. Thank you, Matt Lopez.
Yeah, Joe's other teammates are out in Shibata and Hook, and Hobbs is still there. So I like that team now. That's an interesting squad, right? Can I just say this? Going back to the SmackDown match, my favorite spot from the match, bro, it was the bonsai drop, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Tiffany was losing the belt, bro. My heart stopped for a second. All I saw was 1, 2. And when she grabbed that bottom rope, I was like, yo, crazy. Well, I loved it, though. Got to give Nia her flowers, like McKinney said. Nia deserves her flowers. She's gotten better with her in-ring. Definitely. I can't really say too much about it, man. Okay, thank you, Juggalo. I'm going to definitely check that out when I get a chance. Let's get into Saturday night's main event, Sean. Hit the music, Sean. Hit the music, Sean.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Akeem, you're gonna be in trouble, dude, when I get out there. You and that lousy dirtbag big boss man. But
right here on prime time, brother. Yeah, Macho Man Randy Savage and the Hulkster, man. Elizabeth down that aisle. Yeah.
You keep your eye on Slick, dude.
Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah, Saturday night's main event is back. We got Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest in a steel cage.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
All right, Sean. Now this is where I gotta start keeping it a full buck about all this. Not that I wasn't before, truthfully, but Damian Priest has to win this cage match, right?
Of course he does, because otherwise they're dragging it for no reason, bro.
I just feel like these two are stuck in like this. What's the word I'm looking for here, Sean? Like this purgatory of like, we don't want you wrestling for the Intercontinental title because you guys are better than that, but I also don't want you wrestling for the world title, so you guys are going to feud with each other.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, to me, both guys are kind of like treading.
This is that Hercules, Billy Jack Hayes territory. Like, yeah. You guys stay together.
They're both treading water. I'm not impressed with either one of them right now. I think one of the biggest mistakes that Damian Priest made, or was made for him, was leaving Raw.
Really? See, I thought he needed that at the time, though, too. But Drew had
he needed it at the time, but look back now, like he's been flailing ever since.
You're not wrong, brother. Hindsight. But Drew and Priest steals the show. McKinney's calling.
Well, I appreciate McKinney saying that they're going to steal the show. However, that's not saying much considering what the show is going to be. McKinney's right. McKinney saying that Drew and Priest is going to steal the show is accurate, but it's not because they're going to blow the roof off. It's because of the card that we're going to depict in a few minutes. Like, Saturday night's main event is looking like hot, steaming garbage.
Yeah, Matt says that it looks like a special edition of Raw that's supposed to be recorded. It
looks like Thursday, Raw Thursday.
We have the Super Bowl edition of Raw, the Smoking Guns tonight.
Boom, 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 boom. Coming down the aisle from Miami, Florida, the challenger for the Intercontinental Championship, Rocky Maivia.
Someone's been playing their WWE 2K.
And his opponent from Greenwich, Connecticut, weighing 246 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Hunter Hearst Helmsley. It's Thursday, Raw Thursday.
Yeah. They have time, but bro, no women's match. I think there's still time to add one more match though tonight, Matt. I don't want to fully down them. Still good with Drew over Priest on SmackDown. I care more about El Grande Americano than their whole feud. Wow.
There you go.
Miracle. I remember that night like it was yesterday. Same.
There you go, Miracle. There you go.
That was what was in my mind. Rocky Maivia with the thing coming down like, yeah, I got this. Until Cody gets the belt back, a lot of great guys are stuck in a holding pattern, and that's not good for anyone.
I can't believe it. I promised to do my best. Always. I'm happy to be the Intercontinental Champion.
I have to stop this man right now with this.
Please.
I have to stop it.
What a joke.
CM Punk's going to team with Sami Zayn taking on Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. Listen, you know I love CM Punk. You know I love Sami Zayn, but they ain't winning this match. Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker need to win this match, period.
Them winning this match would completely be adversely effective to the building of this stable. To me, the only way they make this match turn out to be good is if Sami turns on CM Punk, which would be awesome. Because I said that Sami Zayn should be the third guy. Who's the third man? Brother, it should be Sami Zayn.
And then you're going to hear that the sirens go off. What's Big Papa Pump doing out here? Hi. Ric Flair. You suck.
So, like, again, who's the third man, dude? brother. It's going to be Sami Zayn. It should be, but of course that would be a good idea, and you know what that means.
I have loved the parallels though of the hypocrites between like people in this match. They're like Sammy talking about Seth. You don't need to be with Roman. Bro, didn't you just help him? And then you got Seth Rollins doing the exact. If you notice when he was sitting at the couch, he was doing the exact same thing Roman used to do. And I was like, it was like the same positioning and everything. And I was like, oh, very well done. Hypocrite. Yeah, you don't like Roman, but you're copying his swag and you're stealing the style. Now, I still don't know if they're gonna put a full group together, Sean. Like I have doubts right now if they're gonna do it.
I do too, because WWE are idiots.
Why? Why, Sean? That's your word of the day today.
They are. I mean, Sami Zayn should obviously be the third guy, and Sami Zayn should be challenging Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight Championship on Saturday night. Instead, they got Logan Paul. Don't get me started.
I hope Sammy turns. Sammy is eating the pen. So no one feels like Sammy's winning the Rumble, possibly, like in that long term. Like
sweet cream on an ice cream sandwich. Why? Because it's in Saudi Arabia. Give me a freaking break.
Why are you doing the show there, though?
I mean, agreed. But like at the same time, you can't just give Royal Rumbles away. Well, you know what? You can give Royal Rumbles away. You know why? Because you're going to give 5 spots to social media guys anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You know what? Just give anybody the Royal Rumble. Let El Grande Americano win the Royal Rumble. Why don't you?
Don't give them ideas.
And this match, what a freaking joke. WWE makes me sick. I swear, bro. A non-title. Go ahead, Conrad.
No, I was about to put you up and let you go solo to rant about it.
A non-title match between R-Truth and John Cena on a major show. What are we doing? What are we doing? Is this show supposed to be special? I thought this show was supposed to be special. Is this Hulk Hogan and Macho Man versus the Twin Towers? Is this Shawn Michaels versus British Bulldog for the Intercontinental title? Is this Hulk Hogan versus Big Boss Man in the cage? Give me a freaking break. What are we doing? What are we doing? R-Truth is going to be the guy to get John Cena to see the light. They don't respect R-Truth so much that it's not even a title match. This is a non-title match between the WWE World Champion and R-Truth. What are we doing? It's completely ridiculous. It's weak. It's corny. It's incongenible. You can sit up here and make this match be a part of a show that's supposed to be special. My God, man. I mean, when does it end? When does it end? I can't understand it. This is a slap in the face to wrestling. And you know what? I blame myself. I blame Conrad. I blame all of you. And I put us all in the same boat. You know why? Because we're going to watch the show and we're going to hope to God that something entertaining happens when all we know is that John Cena is going to squash this dude and humiliate him in front of 10 million people. Makes me sick to my freaking stomach. Every time you put a little faith in this ridiculous organization that Sir Quills is called the epitome of incompetence. You know where the whole phrase that I came up with, that sounds like a good idea. You know what that means? It's because WWE does stupid crap, including the fact that you're going to have R-Truth not face John Cena for the WWE Championship. No, we're going to have John Cena face R-Truth in a non-title match on Saturday night's main event. Because R-Truth has a bone to pick with John Cena because he continues to speak this ridiculous rhetoric about how John Cena was his childhood hero. He's going to shuck, and he's going to jive, he's going to dance, and he's going to prance around the ring like a freaking moron. And then John Cena's going to hit him with an AA or make him tap out with the attitude, the STFU, and we're going to go home thinking the same thing we always do. Why the heck was R-Truth even in the match if they were going to do nothing but humiliate him? It's absolutely ridiculous. I understand it's an angle. I understand they're trying to paint a picture that R-Truth's going to be the catalyst to John Cena seeing the light. Big freaking deal. Do it in a more entertaining way. This is entertainment. This is what we pay to see, and I don't care if it's a free show. You're wasting our time. It's completely ridiculous. When I heard this match was announced, it made me throw up in my mouth. It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. It's bigger than a title match. McKinney agrees with Clown. It's bigger than a title match. Who cares? Who freaking cares if John Cena's your childhood hero? Who cares if John Cena has turned heel and you want to get him back on the right track? It's unrealistic and it's stupid.
Leaving the competition, make them disappear like your favorite magician. I got nothing, man. I told you a long time ago, Sean, about how I feel about the R-Truth character work and what they've done with R-Truth. If you were going to do this, you could make R-Truth a serious character with some proper build-up and get into it, but they haven't really done that. I don't know how I feel about the whole, this is an angle, so are they saying that Cena's going to be remorseful after he beats him up? Is that the feeling?
No, they're saying that R-Truth is going to be the catalyst to John Cena seeing the error of his ways. That's what this whole thing is about.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess maybe in the long term, but what you've only got how many appearances are we at now? Are we at 15?
20, 23, something 17? Like that. I don't know.
I wasn't keeping track, but yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see.
Man. Ron Killings, the former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, has been reduced to nothing more than a fledgling idiot. What are we doing? And why is R-Truth even going for this? You're 50 years old, bro. Where's your pride? Where's your professionalism? Where's your belief that you deserve better?
And Truth has said that he wish he didn't lean into this so much because now he's kind of stuck here. But Matt says it would be funny if Truth wins, though. That would be different. That'd be shocking. Then he'd be owed a title shot, though.
Non-title. How much more insulting can you get? When was the last time we saw a non-title WWE Championship match?
That's a good question. Been a minute. I can't
think of it offhand. Logan Paul deserves a world title shot, but R-Truth can't get one. You know what? And R-Truth doesn't deserve one for what he subjected himself to. He doesn't deserve one.
Speaking of Logan Paul, this is what I think should be the main event tonight or on Saturday night. Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, I hear a lot of chatterings and people talking maybe Logan Paul should win it here and all that. Nah, fam. I'm going to definitely disagree. Jey Uso needs a big win here, and I think it's time that he gets the proper dub that he deserves. I don't understand why Jey really hasn't defended the championship that much, but I know they don't defend it like they used to. But I think Jey Uso needs a big dub here, and I think Logan Paul's the person to take the L, period. And I'm talking clean.
Conrad Cushman. Chat. Any of the viewing public. I've gone on record as saying that once Jey Uso won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania, I did not care if he lost it the very next day because resumes count. All I've ever said is that resumes count. Jey Uso's victory at WrestleMania was for Kurt Hennig, it was for Owen Hart, it was for Scott Hall, and any other person that you could think of that never had a chance to be on the main stage as a World Heavyweight Champion. WWE has made me a liar. Because
I told y'all. I want my credit. I told y'all.
As God as my witness, if Logan Paul wins this match, I'm done. I am done. If Logan Paul wins this match, I will not watch WWE again. I will boycott WWE, and I will come out publicly and talking about how I am no longer going to watch that show ever again. I don't want to hear about WWE. It may be the demise of Clash of the Podcast, honestly. It could very well be the demise of Clash of the Podcast if Logan Paul wins this match. And when I say wins this match, if he wins by DQ or count out, that doesn't count. I'm talking about Logan Paul winning the title. If Logan Paul wins that freaking belt, I am done. You understand me? I am done.
Yes. Yes. Let me see here. Happy May 19th. You guys got to stop this right now. Logan Paul as the world champion would be an absolute farce. Listen, to me, there's only one person that can beat Jey Uso, and we're gonna have to wait a while because he already had a title shot. So you're gonna be waiting even longer.
Oh,
it's Seth. Yeah, I think they're gonna end up.
Well, they're saying that whatchamacallit, Gunther's gonna get the next title shot, but then the rumor is that Goldberg's gonna come in and oh god,
he's losing too. He's losing too. There's no way. No way. And yeah, we've already wasted the Gunther match already this month. Logan Paul is not winning this match. Jey will win clean in the middle of the ring. If Logan Paul wins, throw that title in the trash.
Yep.
I see why Logan is hated. He's sort of the new guy on the block, but gets all these title opportunities. What work has he put in?
Conrad, you heard what I said, right?
Yeah, I heard you. Listen, I want BJ. BJ said something a while ago. Where was it? What is the purpose of this show? It's to tire you out so you won't want to watch Double or Nothing. And you'll be angry by the time the show starts because you've watched enough wrestling and then you're just going to complain about Double or Nothing. It's true. Listen, I hope you guys know that I'm not joking when I say these things. Like, I'm telling you 100% the playbook that they're running right now. That's what they do. They're going to do it for All In as well. Notice that now there's an Evolution 2 show supposedly happening that weekend as well. What is going on here? Why do we keep allowing these games to be played? Don't know. Enjoy what you're going to want to enjoy. And if it's something that you're not going to want to enjoy, go back and watch it later. Best I could say. Let me see here. That's it for Saturday night's main event. Let's run down NXT. These two cards have about as many matches as the other shows, so why not? TNA World Championship.
He appears, I believe, in Trick Williams.
Thank you for knocking instead of clapping. TNA World titles on the line. Listen, I don't want to be mean to Joe Hendry because I like Joe Hendry. But is this going to be one of those and then the bell rings type matches? Like, what are we doing here, Sean?
I don't know, but I think Trick Willie's going to be the next TNA World Champion.
If they do it, that's fine, because I already told you who needs to be the TNA champion right now. There's only one guy in my mind that should be in that spot, and it's Mike Santana, period. Period, point blank. Done. I don't want to hear nothing else about it. How much longer do you think this partnership can go, though, with all of this? Like, we got to be reaching towards, like, the end or the brink of this. Like, okay.
I mean, they're dragging it, but I don't know. Like, it's to TNA's benefit to have the partnership because they get more publicity, and it's a WWE's benefit because they get to continue to keep their thumb on TNA. So, I mean, I don't see why the partnership would end. Both people think they're getting over.
What I mean is, are we ever gonna have a week now where someone's not on the other one show? Like, that's where we're at. Like, TNA at this point, I'm not paying for anybody. I got people coming from NXT. Why would I?
Touche, bro. Touche.
Personally, I don't think it's a smart move in the long run because if they pull the plug, but people are saying Trick Williams wins it. I can see Trick winning it and then dropping it to Mike Santana instead. How much longer does Joe Hendry have? I don't know.
That's another good question.
How long do you want to milk the golden cow until it's all said and done? And then what does he do when he gets to WWE? Is he going right to NXT? Is he going right to the main roster? I don't know.
Oh, well, he went straight to WrestleMania, so who knows?
Speaking of that, let's go right down to the bottom of the lake here for this one. We got Stacks taking on Tony D'Angelo. This one is for the family, we'll say.
I mean, look, it's cool. I mean, I like the storyline of him turning on D'Angelo, but at the same time, I think D'Angelo gets his comeuppance. I'm picking D'Angelo to be victorious.
Do you think is it time for Tony D to move up?
Yes.
Let me ask this: Can he stay this character? Like, I feel like this in case you fall in the same thing. Like, you can't do this. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, I think he's not ready to be called up, but I think there needs to be some kind of revamp of his character.
Or bring him up with this character, but you have to know, like, this is going to get revamped after we're out of the low card stage. Like, you can't stay doing this because imagine saying, like, Cody, I'm going to throw you in a car, and then we're going to take you to this mafia room, and then I'm gonna slap you. And
you can't do that. Can't do that. Not in 2025.
Not even that. Wrestlers' egos just won't play that. Like, I'm just gonna get beat up by you. Like, that's the purpose of this, though. He's in a mob. Like, you can't do that. McKinney says Santana interferes in the match. Hendry is with him until December-ish. Okay, they got time then. Yeah, let me see here. Let's go into your guy.
No brainer.
What do you mean no brainer? What do you mean
no brainer? This is the most obvious outcome of the entire night.
Now, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. Obafemi could lose his championship here.
No, he won't.
How do you feel though about?
It's not gonna happen. This is a squash match, not squash as in like 2-second match, but this is a guaranteed victory for Obafemi.
How do you feel about Miles Bourne though? Has he done
He's
a good enough
passable.
job? I think it was a shock win, and they're trying something different here because
he's passable. He's passable. But he's not gonna beat Obafemi for the title. That's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. That's a guarantee.
Let me see. Yeah, Matt agrees with us about the character. Exactly, Quill's tickets say otherwise. Did I miss what Quill said? But WWE says they're clearly not in competition with AEW, right? Freaking hypocrites. This is how bad NXT's world title men's scene is. Yeah, it's rough.
Touche.
T-Ferg, welcome. He said, how long are Trick Williams and Obafemi going to stay in NXT? Another 5 years? Yeah, Oba's ready. The sad part is Obafemi's not going to go right into the main picture, though.
Mm-hmm.
Unless, maybe on SmackDown, but I don't know.
AKA the B show.
I don't know. It depends. And I wouldn't be surprised if they flip titles soon, too.
Possibly.
Oba isn't losing to baby Randy Orton. Y'all got to stop. CJ, stop it. You know darn well Obafemi's not losing to Miles Bourne. No. I think Oba's days are numbered when he goes up against Ricky. How is Ricky Saints not on this show?
I don't know. Another brilliant decision by WWE management.
What a revolutionary idea.
There you go, Conrad. Good job.
Yeah, Tony D loses this match and comes back as another character. The mob stuff really doesn't work on the main roster, just as Santos.
There you go. Good call, McKinney.
Yeah, Oba's definitely winning. Come on, please. You know I was being facetious. Let's talk about what's the real match that we all want to see.
There we go.
Jordan Grace. What do you think here, Sean? We've seen Vaquer pop up on the main roster already. I mean, I could see them doing it.
This match, I know what I think, and in this match, I know what I want. And I think they're two separate things. I have never, ever liked Jordan Grace. Jordan Grace is so corny to me. I've never liked her character. Like she's like a female Hogan. She makes me sick. Every time she's in the ring, it makes me sick. I wish Stephanie Vaquer would retain the title, but unfortunately, because Stephanie Vaquer is about to be called up, I think Jordan's going to win. I am so disgusted, though. I don't think Jordan – and by the way, Jordan getting a title before my homegirl, before my fantasy girl, Jada Parker, is a crime.
Jada had a title shot.
Yeah, a title shot. I'm talking about a title win. Jordan, you think Jordan deserves to be NXT Women's Champion? I don't.
I mean, we're talking in-ring prowess. I think Jordan's better.
Please, Conrad, give me a break, bro. She's a loser. She's a cornball.
You think Jada Parker could carry the women's division right now?
I think Jada Parker is charismatic, beautiful, smart, and athletic. Yes, I do. And she's not somebody that walks around like this.
Come on.
By the way, this is how she sounds when she talks.
Listen, Vaquer's the star out of all these people we're talking about right now. She's the one. But do you think that they're ready to bring her up already? Like, I think
Stephanie Vaquer has a spot waiting for her on the main roster, which is why I think Jordan's going to win. But I'm not happy about it.
I'm worried about Julia a little bit. I feel like this is kind of cooked.
Julia moving over to SmackDown was kind of like weird. I didn't see that coming.
Well, I think the tag. Why would you guys be a tag team and a partnership if you guys keep losing? Why it makes no sense for her and Roxanne to still want to be friends.
What a revolutionary idea. WWE is oh my God. I don't understand what I have to say to get this through your head. WWE does not make decisions for the fans. The only time the fans get what they want is if it just so happens that what they do is what the fans want. If not, they don't care, bro. They don't care. Bringing Julia to SmackDown is a stupid idea. Having Jordynne Grace win the title is a stupid idea. Having people on shows that don't belong on shows and doing things that they're not supposed to be doing are stupid ideas. WWE doesn't care. WWE doesn't care. The epitome of incompetence as it pertains to what Sir Quill said, and I couldn't agree more. You drop Cora Jade from the roster, and somehow Jordynne Grace gets a title shot. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely it's reprehensible. It's insulting.
Listen, I think what McKinney said is going to come true. Jordynne Grace is my pick to win this, and I think
of course Jordynne Grace is my pick to win it too. You know why? Because WWE stinks.
Wait, who'd you take between Trick and Joe Hendry?
I picked Trick Williams.
I'm going to go Joe Hendry. We'll be
okay.
Honest about it.
That's fine.
I'm going to assume TNA is like, no, we're not going to lose our title on this show. I would hope, but
oh my God.
I'm going through here. Let's see. Matt says Ricky is supposed to defend against the winner of the triple threat happening on Tuesday between Javon. Yo, by the way, guy to watch out for, besides Javon, I like Javon Evans a lot too. He was who I was talking about with the Ricochet Twitter beef, by the way. Sean Legacy. I like this guy. I see something. He's in one of those ID prospects. He's really, really good. He was in that battle.
If NXT WWE was smart, Javon would have won the title in that triple threat last month at WrestleMania weekend.
Dude, weren't both of us on here? Was it me and you?
We were
complaining about Javon Evans losing all the time.
It's ridiculous. This kid could be the biggest thing since sliced bread. But we're gonna wait. What are you gonna wait for? For him to get hurt or get played out? Like, what are you doing?
Let me see. Because they lost Rox and Julia, soon to be Stephanie. Yeah, that NXT's not building people up fast enough quickly
at all.
And you got Lexus King making smart comments like he did with the whole AEW's just preparing people for Evolve for us, brother. Anytime they sign someone new, I just see people jumping over you. That's what I thought when I said that.
Well, thank you for saying that, because I'm about to say, what is Lexus King doing?
I don't know. I can't.
Besides having a ridiculous haircut.
People believe that was supposed to be Roxanne and Cora Jade, and they had to change plans. Yeah, because they were supposed to be a team. Thus again, Quill says the epitome of it.
Where's the lies that Quill's telling? Where's the lies?
SmackDown needs talent ASAP. Julia and Roxanne were only teammates because Cora Jade got released. Yeah, but then you pivot. You change the creative up. Then.
Exactly.
This goes back to what I said about Triple H and The Rock again. I'm not trying to hear, well, I guess we had to release people. Let's not change the plans. Let's just insert someone else into them. Change the plans, bro.
Like, he doesn't know how to alter. He doesn't know how to audible. If he was a quarterback, he'd get picked off every 5 seconds because he doesn't know how to audible. Hello, Triple H, you freaking moron. There's 7 guys on the line of scrimmage, and your wide receivers are one-on-one on the outside. How about you not hand it off to your running back, and you throw it to one of your wide receivers, you freaking idiot?
Roxanne is officially signed to the Raw roster. Okay.
Oh, big freaking deal.
Lexus King, BJ Pillman.
That's another thing. No problem with what M. Leezy's news drop, but that's another problem with WWE. Roxanne's been on WWE Raw for the last month and a half. Now all of a sudden she's signed to Raw. Make it make sense. I'm so sick of people being on Raw for 3 months, and then all of a sudden now they're the newest member of Raw. No, jackass. She's been on the show for 3 months. She was in the Elimination Chamber. Oh, but excuse me. Now she's officially signed to Monday Night Raw. Thanks for the scoop, you loser. WWE stinks. They make no sense. You know what? Breaking news, Conrad. EPW and Hubbard Wrestle Weekly have joined forces to make a show called Clash of the Podcast. Are you happy I dropped the scoop? What a revolutionary, what a big-time revelation we just had. You know why? Because nobody saw that coming. Nobody knew that at all. But then again, when Roxanne is on WWE Raw 5, 6, 8 weeks in a row, no, you're not a loser, M. Leasy. I'm talking about WWE. WWE has had Roxanne on Raw for the past 2 months. 2 months. And now she's just been signed to WWE Raw. Like, what? Either you're an idiot or you think I'm an idiot. And you know what? I'm not an idiot.
Now, sometimes the idiot does think you're the idiot, though, but they don't realize that they're the idiot. We're getting philosophical today.
If you sit up here and tell me that Roxanne's just now being signed to Monday Night Raw, then you're an idiot. Because if it's just my eyes deceiving me, she's been on Raw for 3 months.
And we're not talking about our wonderful news dropper, Matt Lopez.
Absolutely not, M. Leasy. I don't even know why you would think that. I'm not talking about.
He put the laugh about. He was being.
No, oh yeah, absolutely not, M. Leasy. I'm not talking about. We appreciate you dropping that news. The problem is, it's not really news. WWE. Just want to make a major announcement. Roxanne's been officially signed to Monday Night Raw. Well, what's she been for the past 8-10 weeks?
McKinney's. I hope McKinney's joking about this, and it's just him like talking back a little. But if this is true, Lexus King is doing nothing. He lost his Heritage Cup. Noam Dar came back and took the cup back, and now he's going to be on Evolve next Wednesday. I hope that's a joke.
Jeez. Oh my God in heaven.
BJ says TK can call an audible. He just chooses to be a stickler for certain stories. Triple H only runs plays, no change. It takes the whole wrestling world to rise up to make them change something.
BJ, Triple H comes to the line of scrimmage, and not 7 guys. That's giving him too much credit. Triple H sees 9 guys on the line of scrimmage, and the play is run left. That's the play. Triple H sees 3 linebackers behind the defensive lineman and 2 safeties coming to the line of scrimmage. Meanwhile, Jerry Rice in his prime is one-on-one with a rookie cornerback. Prime Randy Moss is one-on-one with a rookie cornerback. And prime, I don't know, prime, give me another wide receiver, greatest wide receiver of all time.
Randy Moss.
I said Randy Moss already.
Let's go with Stephon Diggs.
And Stephon Diggs is one on none. Nobody's even guarding Stephon Diggs. Triple H gets to the line of scrimmage. Blue 42, blue 42, red 98, hut. He hands off to his 3rd string running back and gets tackled for a 4-yard loss. The moral of this fictitious story is that Triple H doesn't know how to diversify his plans. Triple H does not know how to make changes on the fly. He goes with what he had written down months and months and months ago, and he doesn't change because he's stuck in his ways. When are we going to realize that the Triple H regime has not been that good? Again, guys, do I have to put up my hands? I'm going to put up my hands right here and right here. Just because this was terrible and this is slightly less terrible, it doesn't mean that this is good. That's Triple H regime.
That's NXT Battleground, folks. Enjoy that one. That'll be Sunday, I believe. Just in time to wear you down for another long show that's going to happen after that with Double or Nothing. But check out the shows you want. Enjoy. Like I said, huge wrestling weekend. Hopefully people are grilling out, cooking. Hopefully it's nice weather out where you are, and you guys get to do some wonderful things here. Let's talk Iron Sheik real quick, Sean. Or I said Iron Sheik, excuse me.
Original
Sheik. This is the original Sheiky baby.
Yeah, legendary, absolute legendary.
Detroit, what? There we go. In the house.
Just a talent for all. I mean, to me, I just a lot of respect for what he did in the ring. Obviously, some outside the ring stuff, as we all know. That's what the purpose of Dark Side of the Ring is. But I like to focus more on the in ring stuff. I mean, he obviously was a trendsetter. What do you think, Conrad?
I think that he was something different in a time where you needed something different. He did the classic wrestling trope, playing into the fears of people based on someone else's background. And brother made a lot of money off of it. I'm sure this is a check in his hand, like, pay me. But he also knew how to play the character. He always stayed in limousines, fancy cars, rope necklaces. He was living the life. Like I said, the historical background of this is interesting. I think he came up at a perfect time when you're looking at, like, the man in the picture here, Abdullah the Butcher, Brody, like Bruiser Brody. You had a lot of people, and they were doing that hardcore style, and you could go to Japan and make some money. You could go anywhere and make some money. And yeah, he's one of the OGs and innovators of this.
Yes,
so I can't be mad at it. He was always unique. He was one of the first people. A lot of people bit his swag too. Like, he came out with, I mean, look at Iron Sheik kind of mimicked the gimmick. Jake the Snake Roberts came out with the snake. Like, they took pieces of it and it worked. So very well done and very interesting. And those
shout out to Dark Side of the Ring, like the creators and the producers of that show. They're fantastic.
Yeah, they did some really good stuff here. And if you don't know, Sabu is the Sheik's nephew, and he trained Sabu in pro wrestling. Basically, called him up one day. He said, I want to do this. And he said, okay. Made him put up the ring, do all that stuff. And he said, my one rule is there's no complaining. I don't want to hear you crying about doing anything. You just do what you're told. That's it. And we ended up getting Sabu, who innovated wrestling as well. I think me and Sean said it last week. You kind of had to be there to see Sabu to understand. Because nowadays, if you looked at it, you're like, oh, we see people go through tables all the time. No. You don't understand how important that was. Sabu putting, like, Alex right through a table, that was the first time that was ever done on Nitro.
There you go.
People don't know that stuff. Like, he was definitely an innovator at the time, and just like a mad wrestler. He botched stuff on purpose, and it was just so eerie that he passed away, and then this episode popped up. And I know we're going to keep bringing up Sabu, and people are probably like, oh man, is this ever going to stop? But it's Sabu, man. Like, legendary. I don't know. Just very, very eerie that he passes away. He's in this episode a lot, talking about his uncle and what he meant to the business, to him, to their family. Rob Van Dam even got trained by this Sheik as well, for those who don't know that.
He deserves respect, and we give it to him for what he accomplished.
Absolutely. Sabu got shot in the face as a teenager after the Sheik moved him into his house down the street for a better path. Yep. Yeah, that was the rumor, MJB. I don't want to get too deep into that one either with the whole GCW thing. I don't want to be in court talking about this, but yeah, there were some wrong things said from a PR aspect. I think that, could have been handled better. Tonight, though, Sean, Monday Night Raw, 15 minutes away. Got some quality stuff coming up. We got some qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. I know we've seen, like, Alexa Bliss qualify thus far. I can't believe Chelsea Solo Sikoa's in. Ray Phoenix got pinned. I was like, we're putting Solo in this match over Ray Phoenix? Like, that's crazy to me.
Wow.
But what you signed up for, I guess. I don't know, man. But hopefully we get some good qualifiers in here. We add some interesting people to Money in the Bank. It's always a fun show. Tonight, Jey Uso takes on Braun Breaker, the man who defeated him for the Intercontinental title. I would like to see Jey win this, but I feel like we're going to get some shenanigans.
Shenanigans, indeed.
Yeah, but Jey definitely deserves to get a win. And if this was a pay-per-view match and eventually you had Jey win, I would not be upset with it. Also tonight, Sean, your favorite, JD McDonough and Finn Balor taking on AJ Styles and Penta. This looks like a video game my career like tag match.
That's a good point.
Right? Like the universe mode set to random, but should be a fun matchup with the people involved. Like, could you imagine this match like in 2017 announcing this? This would be crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, big shout out to Sir Quills. He says Raw stands for rematches always weekly.
Quills has always said that. Yeah. Always. And don't forget, we have Sheamus taking Grayson Waller.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I'm so glad I paid $15 a month to watch this crap.
I get it for free via T-Mobile. They're not paying, but I'm just letting you all know.
Yeah,
it's out there.
T-Mobile,
yeah. But that's all I got, man, Sean.
Yeah, man. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night for Conrad and my guy Derek as they bring forth AEW review every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Right after AEW Dynamite goes off the air. Make sure you tune in this Friday night for Hubbernomics as I'm going to continue the social media wave theme. It's going to be part 2 of the conversation we had last Friday. Thank you for everybody who tuning in. We're keeping the momentum going as we head into Double or Nothing weekend, as we head into Battleground weekend, as we get into Saturday night's main event weekend. As Conrad articulated earlier, whatever you like, watch. Whatever you don't. Just have fun and enjoy pro wrestling. So, we got a lot going on, just trying to keep you guys entertained and happy. And with that being said, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in tonight. It's been a pleasure to have you guys here with us. And as always, we'll see you next week, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time for Clash of the Podcast. So on behalf of Conrad Cushman, my name is Sean Hubbard. We are Clash of the Podcast. God bless, be encouraged, and as always, evil never prevails. Until next time, peace.